Arsenal's third signing flew from United States of America and is now in London to undergo his medical in there. It looks like Arsenal is so much serious, and they've brought in a third signing that they signed way back in January in London and said to undergo his medical in there for you. We have very many other stories in there. Raphinha is everywhere. His bid that has been submitted in by Arsenal, that has been confirmed by Fabrizio Romano and David Austin for you, and very other first-year journalists have gone ahead to confirm that bid in there for you. Then we are going to talk about the comparison between Matt Turner and a player who goes by the names of Ramsdale, who is coming in to compete with at Arsenal. Then lastly, there is a link of a player who goes by the names of Rabiot, beside which goes by the names of Arsenal for you, because news has reported that Arsenal are reported in discussions with Juventus about a swap deal involving Adrian Rabiot and Hector Bellerin. Welcome to Rokani Media Football, the channel that brings you latest news and information as far as this is concerned. Smash the like button, comment and share, and if at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to go into the lower right bottom corner, smash the subscription button. After smashing it, hit the notification bell that will enable you get notified each and every time I upload a video onto this channel. This story that we're starting with is all about a man who goes by the names of Matt Turner. Is an American international, and he has been playing for the American national team, and he was playing for the New England team in the United States of America, and it was reported last week that on Wednesday he's going to be in London to undergo his medical, and it was reported by Sky Sports, and this is what we really had a grip of, that Matt Turner will report to Arsenal duty today, where he will complete his medical and finalize the move, Sky Sports have reported. So it is confirmed that this lad is in London, because when you look at his Insta stories, I think like 14-15 hours ago, it's indicating that it's like his pate was preparing for a flight to London. And you know, the flight from London, I think, to a flight from United States of America to London is like, is it 10 hours? I think. Flight, let me check here because I want to be exact. Flight duration, I want to be exact. Flight duration from London, from USA to London. I really want to be exact because I'm really communicating with people. It's between 9 hours and 30 minutes. So that means he has already arrived in London, because he last posted 14 hours ago when he was going to board from a side which goes by the names of United States of America to come to London. Now he's already in London, and we are waiting for news to really let us know that the guy is undergoing his medical in there for you, but he's in London to undergo his medical. Who is Matt Turner? Matt Turner is a goalkeeper that has been playing for New England, and Arsenal signed him in January transfer window, and they agreed that let him stay that side and join in Arsenal in the summer. And he is here. He has arrived, and his last game he played for New England, they won Minnesota by 2-1, but surprisingly he never started in goal, and he came and he was on the bench. And after that game, there is something that he did that really excited very many Arsenal fans, because he was really doing autographs of fans of New England as he was really saying bye-bye or bidding farewell to them. Then he skipped and denied to give an autograph to a fan who was donned into a Tottenham Hotspur jersey, because everyone who knows Spurs and Arsenal, they are all in London, and they hold a game which is known as a North London derby, and no player of Arsenal will be seen mingling out with a Spurs fan, and he did it, and it excited very many fans, and the video went viral on social media that it has really excited very many Arsenal fans all over the world. They say that, all right, we are signing a player with the right mentality. He knows exactly what Arsenal is all about. So Matt Turner excited these people a lot in there for you. But Matt Turner is a goalkeeper who is so much well conversant about Arsenal in there for you. And when he was asked about his competition with Aaron Ramsdale, this is what he said: I can see why they would assess it that way. Aaron Ramsdale had an amazing season for Arsenal and played well all year. I would agree with it for now. I'm coming in to push him and become the best goalkeeper I can become while also making him the best goalkeeper he can become, Matt Turner said. And those were his comments as far as him coming in to compete with Aaron Ramsdale. But Aaron Ramsdale, to me, after Alisson Becker, he was the best goalkeeper in the Premier League. No doubts. After Alisson Becker, he was the best goalkeeper in the Premier League. And I really believe that if at all Arsenal had really gone ahead to clinch the fourth spot of the Premier League to go into the Champions League, I really believe that they would have voted for Aaron Ramsdale, because however much Aaron Ramsdale was such a very good goalkeeper, his saves didn't give Arsenal something that had longed since 2016 from achieving or without achieving, and that is going for the Champions League. And if at all they had hit that milestone, I will believe that all the voters would have found a reason to vote in a player who goes by the name of Aaron Ramsdale. Someone come in and say, no, Arsenal had been completing into the 8th position for the previous 2 seasons, but this time round, they've managed to clinch the 5th spot. But that is not sounding enough. That is not sounding enough to beat a player like Alisson, who really came in second of the Premier League, and they really gave Man City a chase for that position until the end of the season. But if at all Arsenal had really finished in the 4th spot, I think that is sounding enough to really gate in a player who goes by the names of Aaron Ramsdale into the best keeper accolade award winner in there for you. So Matt Turner is in London and is undergoing a medical. We don't know whether he's through it, but one thing I know is that he's not going to undergo his medical today because of the jet lag. 10 hours on plane. I really believe that they're really going to tell him rest, and then you'll undergo your medical tomorrow, the interview, and you hold up that chat number and we'll unveil you tomorrow in there for you. But to bring you up to speed, Arsenal's first signing this summer was Marquinhos, and it was announced like 2 weeks back. Then yesterday, Fabio Vieira was announced by Arsenal and given shirt number 21. So it looks like Arsenal are so much ready to go in and make these signings legit in there for you. So Matt Turner, welcome to Arsenal, and it's going to be unveiled to Arsenal anytime from now in there for you. That is Matt Turner for you, and I really believe that you guys are really enjoying this story. Smash the like button. Smash the like button, guys. Let's see 100 likes onto this video. Let's see this video hit 100 likes, guys, because the more you like this video, the more it's really going to be pushed and the news is going to be circulated all over the world in there for you. But you guys are really amazing. Thank you for watching this channel in there for you, because you guys are really doing a wonderful job in there for you. Now let's go to the story that Mercato Web has come out and we reported that Arsenal, oh, it's not yet on the screen. All right, let me put it on the screen. That Arsenal are reportedly in discussions with Juventus about a swap deal involving Adrien Rabiot and Hector Bellerin. Now, when you look at this story, I really see a lot of gist in it. Arsenal going in for Adrien Rabiot because Adrien Rabiot is a Juventus player, French international, who has been put on the list that Juventus want out. Arsenal is lacking a midfielder of a quality of Adrien Rabiot. If I told you, tell me that Adrien Rabiot and Granit Xhaka, on any day I go with Adrien Rabiot because he's disciplined enough. He is really more technically gifted than Granit Xhaka. His physicality is not doubted, and he's that kind of player that is going to get that ball from the midfield, forth from the back four, and pass it through the midfield. And if at all Arsenal can really get him, because it's like at 15 million euros, and they can really go in and just swap players, because Juventus need a right back. They need a right back. When you look at Juventus last season, they don't have a decent right back. You get, when you look at Inter Milan, they have a decent right back in the name of Dema Fries, the Dutch international that is being wanted by Erik ten Hag at Manchester United. But Juventus don't have a decent centre back, and I really believe that Hector Bellerin, when he goes in Italy, he's really going to be the best in there. For you remember, Hector Bellerin missed out on the move to Inter Milan because Arsenal failed to agree on a fee with Inter Milan the previous summer, and he went on loan to Real Betis, and he returned to Arsenal in there for you. But if at all Arsenal really getting in a deal of Adrien Rabiot, that is very good and very good to add to the team. When you look at Adrien Rabiot, what does he bring to Arsenal? He's a winner. He has been winning with Juventus. He has been winning with France. You get, and that winning mentality at Arsenal, when it is really so much, all increases. When they have it in plenty, it helps other players in there to go in and really know that, all right, our mentality is changing. Because when Rabiot, Gabriel Jesus sit in there, they really talk to these people that this is how we win, and if at all you want to be a winning team, this is how you're supposed to act. these players obviously will go in and change their mindsets to the winning mode, and it's good to have a person who is really good at winning. And whenever he really steps on that field of play, he just goes in there to say, I'm here to collect 3 points for my team to win. So Adrian Rabiot is good, and I think it will be a bargain for Juventus, and it makes sense to me. This transfer really makes sense to me. I don't know what you guys think about it, but according to me, it really makes a lot of sense to me that Adrian Rabiot swap to Arsenal, and Arsenal really gives Juventus to Hector Bellerin. It's like a scratch my back, a scratch your back. Both of them have itches on their backs, but itching on different parts of their backs, and they can scratch themselves and these itches get healed. Arsenal is having an itch of a central midfielder, of which Adrian Rabiot is, and Juventus is having an itch of a right back, of which Hector Bellerin is. So I really believe that a deal can be really wrapped up more easily in there for you, and Adrian Rabiot comes in at side which goes by the names of Arsenal, because he's not going to be a regular starter, but I know he will be very much pivotal to a side which goes by the names of Arsenal, especially into that central midfield, especially when you lose out on a player like Thomas Partey, whom you are not 100% sure that he can come in and not be injured in the season. So every time you get an injury of Thomas Partey, you're 100% sure that, all right, I have a player who can come and really play at least 70% of a Partey role into my team, and that is Adrian Rabiot. Left-footed, and he's so much skill in there for you, and he has been at the French national team for so long in there for you. So that is another story that really came in through onto our desk. Now the biggest story of the day is this one, that Raphinha and Arsenal bidding for a side which goes by the names of Leeds. Now, one thing you have to know is that whenever you hear that a bid has been made, that means the player agent and the team where it's going, they've agreed personal terms. Who is the player agent? It's Deco. Who is the player? Raphinha. Who is the team? All ideal destination for Raphinha, it's Arsenal. That means Arsenal and Raphinha and the agent have agreed to personal terms. Now, David Austin came out and said Arsenal made first formal offer to Leeds for Raphinha last night, while it fell well below Leeds United valuation and has now been rejected. Interest remains strong, may be a long difficult process due to competition, but Arsenal FC determined to sign the 25-year-old in there for you. That means Arsenal put in a bid and it was rejected. David Austin went ahead to say that it's believed Arsenal made contact with Leeds on Tuesday and indicated their intention to make a proposal. A bid is thought to have followed this evening, but well off Leeds valuation, after Barca, Chelsea are said to be Raphinha's preferred destination in there for you. That is David Austin in there for you, coming out and really telling you all that in there for you. And that is the story that I really want us to tackle as our last story in this episode, because you guys want Raphinha at a side which goes by names of Arsenal. Raphinha wants to play for Arsenal after teams like Barcelona have really showed him that you are like third. You are third best or third ranked in the players that we want, because they feel like they want to remain with, they want to retain Ousmane Dembele, and they're in talks. Even Ousmane Dembele wants to stay at Barcelona, but the amount of money in the deal, sign-on fee and the salary they're supposed to be giving him, Barcelona feel like it's unrealistic. They're looking in for Bernardo Silva, 95 million euros being requested by a side which goes by names of Man City. So all that showed Raphinha that no, please, however much you want to leave Leeds for Barcelona, Barcelona is not an ideal destination for you. However much Javi wants you, but he wants you as an option after the others have failed. But if at all any of those deals go through, you are not going to get your ideal move to Barcelona. So he said to Deco, get me to Arsenal in there for you. And Arsenal really made their bid. It was rejected. That means the bid was not 50 million pounds, because he's being valued at 50 million pounds. And if at all Arsenal really raises 50 million pounds, they are going to go in and get in this player who goes by the names of Raphinha. But when you look at Raphinha to Arsenal, it's really going to be a very good improvement at the side of the left attacking flank for the midfield and the right attacking flank for the midfield, because that's where Raphinha operates most. Getting in a player who scored 11 goals in the Premier League. He scored 11 goals in the Premier League in how many games? In close to 30. He played 33 games, I think. He played 35 games and scored 11. he had 3 assists. That means in 35 games he played, he had 14 goal involvements. That's really something great for Raphinha in there for you. And if at all the manager of Arsenal can really reduce on the distance that Raphinha covers, especially from the defensive side of Arsenal, then he can get more out of him. But when you look at this evaluation, it means that Arsenal are so much interested. A bid has been thrown in. Anytime from now, we can hear that Arsenal is really going to make another bid in there for you. And David Austin saying Arsenal are really pushing in there for you for a man who goes by the name of Raphinha. But Raphinha to Arsenal is really going to be very exciting for early signs for Arsenal, because Team Bukayo Saka believes that if he comes in, he's going to be a second fiddle for Bukayo Saka. I told people that's out. However much it came in from the Athletic, I really ruled it out. That can't happen. Raphinha is going to give Bukayo Saka a chase for that position. Bukayo Saka is not as technically talented or gifted as Raphinha. Raphinha is far more talented than Bukayo Saka. So we wait and see what that has for us. Another story that came in from Sky Sports. They say Arsenal are expected to come back with a new offer for Leeds United winger Raphinha after their first bid was rejected. This is Sky Sports Seth. You know him very well. He's always in there with, is it Cavo on the Transfer Daily in there for you, on the Sky Sports in there for you. So Arsenal are expected to come back with a new offer for a side which goes by names of Leeds in there for you. So keep an eye on Leeds and Raphinha and Arsenal. Fabrizio Romano came out and tweeted on the 31st of March that keep an eye on Raphinha and Arsenal. Keep an eye on Raphinha to Arsenal. And trust me, everything that is said is coming to happening, not to pass, but it's coming to happening. Raphinha is coming to Arsenal in there for you. They are expected to come back with a more other exciting bid that Leeds won't deny. An undeniable bid is being prepared by Arsenal to a side which goes by the names of Leeds. That is Sky Sports coming in there to go ahead and confirm that. And then later and lastly, Maka Makata said that Arsenal want to close the Raphinha deal as soon as possible. Mikel Arteta looks like he wants to compete for the Premier League title, trust me. The players that he's looking at and targeting, if he gets them into his hands, Arsenal are really going to be a very hard side to beat. You saw Arsenal dominate sides like Liverpool, Man City at Emirates, and Manchester United, you get, and Spurs, with lack of quality and depth in their squad. Now, Arsenal have brought in Fabio Vieira. When they bring in Tielemans, they bring in Rabiot, they bring in Raphinha, and Gabriel Jesus. Those 5 signings are really going to be a stamping into the Arsenal team to go ahead and compete directly for the league. I repeat this and I always say this and you always remind me. If you see Arsenal signing all those players, because for me I was asking for 4 signings, a centre forward, a central midfielder, a winger, and a central defender. If Arsenal brought in those, I really told my friend for Kosi Arsenal, who supports Arsenal, that Arsenal is going to go in and hit 90 points. Because defensively okay, but the problem is who is protecting that back four. If they really get someone who can protect that back four very well, you'll find Arsenal at a level of not conceding. Guys, feel free to go into the comment section. Tell me what you think about Matt Turner in London to undergo his medical at London Conley, that is Arsenal. Raphinha, bid submitted, not meeting the valuation of Leeds, and Leeds have rejected it, and Sky Sports has really come out and said Arsenal are planning to go in and put up a more improved bid that a side which goes by the names of Leeds won't deny. Rabiot to Arsenal and Hector Bellerin to Juventus. That swap deal has been hinted about and it has not yet hit the UK press, but I know by tomorrow it will be into the UK press because it looks like a very ideal deal that can happen. I see it as the most realistic deal to happen before this week ends. Raphinha, Gabriel Jesus can really take some time, but that deal of Rabiot crossing from Juventus to Arsenal and Hector Bellerin crossing from Arsenal to a side which goes by the names to a side which goes by names of Juventus. That is the most ideal deal I've seen that can happen immediately, because Arsenal needs a central midfielder and Juventus need a right winger. I go by the names of Rokani David. Your reactions are welcome to the comment section below. I sign out for now. See you later. But from today onwards, at exactly 10 a.m., we are really going to be 10 p.m. We are really going to be having a live video, and we are really going to be discussing your stories, and you guys will have a chance to come in and really give me your discussions and reactions onto the stories we've done on a daily. I sign out for now. See you later, and may the Almighty God protect you abundantly. I'm out.